With only a few more days until the brand new year, we still got your 2025 weekly sports coming at you. Yes, this is Point of View. I am Bobby Munson, the man sitting beside me. You know me as Andre 2/3 Fluffy C. Andre, my brother, how are you doing?
A little tired. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but I am good. I'm having a good time. Been watching some, and I know you hate them, but I've been rewatching Welcome to Wrexham. Just kind of feeling that footy right now. You know, it's been a good weekend.
That's good. I mean, I'm not against you being into Wrexham or footy in general. I'm personally not a big fan of Ryan Reynolds. I'm just not a Ryan Reynolds guy, and quite frankly, I think he's a Hollywood bully, and I want him to go away for good. But nothing against Wrexham. That's not their fault that they have a Hollywood bully throwing his Hollywood dollars at them to make them successful. But yeah, they've done. You could throw all the money in the world at any club. It doesn't guarantee them success.
Mhm.
Just because the money's there doesn't mean that the success comes along with it. And case in point, Manchester United's a good point of that right now. And not that they had an insurgence of money given to them or anything like that. They earned it over the years and everything. But the problem is that just haven't spent well or well enough. And yeah, we're sitting in fifth or sixth now, I believe, as of today after the games yesterday. But so many people got so excited. Oh, we're all the way up there. There's still a fight for that top four. Sure, because everybody else is pretty much on the same level as us right now, other than a few teams that have kind of run away with it at the very top. But the consistency just isn't there from four down to almost the complete bottom, with the exception of Wolves. I mean, teams have been hot and cold. They get on a winning streak, they go on a losing streak, they tie a bunch of games. It's been very tight. At any point in time, the entire table could flip, in a heartbeat. There is no guarantees in the English Premier League table right now, but I know I've got it mentioned in the main title about Patrick Dorgu from Manchester United, because on Boxing Day, the solo game this year on Boxing Day, which is kind of a weird change. I can't remember what the reasoning was, but there was only one game shown. Everything else was played yesterday, but that just happened to be Manchester United's game against Newcastle. So I sat down about 2 p.m. our time thinking, all right, I'm going to put myself through hell after, putting myself through hell on Christmas Day, watching the Commanders lose again. Let's roll into a Manchester United game and see what comes out of this. And
I was so pissed about that. I was so pissed about the Commanders.
They were so close. And it was so painful because they weren't even that far this time. That one was narrow. But so I sat down for this Manchester United game thinking, okay, I've been hurt many times before. Newcastle, I mean, they can be a great team, but they've had their ups and downs this season too. Let's see what happens. And Amorim decides to go with a back four this time. He decides to play with a 4-3-3 system instead of his favored 3-4-2-1 system that he's been doing since arriving at Manchester United. We've got several key players out. Bruno Fernandes is out with the injury. That's our captain. You got Diallo, we've got Mbeumo, we've got Mazraoui out at the African Cup of Nations. Just all these different things that people could sit there and moan and cry about. Kobe Mainu also out with an injury as well too. And a lot of teams could sit there and just go, okay, well, we can't win because we don't have our starters. Well, we went out, we changed the formation, we showed a lot of unity. Yeah, there was some rough patches. Yeah, we probably could have let the game slip from us, but delightful Dorgu, Patrick Dorgu, gets put on the right-hand side of the pitch. He's normally what we would call a left wing back, plays on the left side of the pitch, kind of covering both going up into attack as well as coming back to defend. And this time, in this particular system, he was an out-and-out right winger, something that is completely out of the box for him. And upon a throw-in from Manchester United, Dalot throws a long ball in, a header pops up in the air, and out of nowhere, Patrick Dorgu runs into space where the ball is about to land, throws his left foot right up into the air, hits the connection, and this beautiful ball curls right into the back of the net, not only giving Patrick Dorgu his first ever Manchester United goal since signing 1 year ago, but also probably the goal of 2025. It has got to be up there in the top 10 goals of 2025 in the English Premier League. Hands down. This wing was a thing of absolute beauty. It gave Manchester United the lead. We held them to 1-0. It actually stayed at 1-0, giving us full 3 points, which nobody expected. It was very much needed. And yeah, we need to keep chipping away at points. There's a lot of season still to go. Half the season still left. We got to keep chipping away at points, but we need these 3-pointers as often as possible. Newcastle was one we did not think we were going to get, but we got it. And it begs the question, Dorgu, like a lot of people have criticized him since his arrival, but after seeing how he played in this game, there's a lot of heart in that man. There's a lot of dedication in that man. And that's exactly what we need in a Manchester United jersey. And so therefore I say, despite everybody else being out, Dorgu needs to be a consideration for a starting position with Manchester United, even when the players return back from injury and from the African Cup of Nations. What a game. What a day. I was pretty excited, man, yesterday when I watched that game, or 2 days ago. Right?
That sounds fun. Like I know you saying you're getting excited watching those games on those days. Like I had so much fun putting I didn't like hardcore watch the football on Christmas Day, but I put it on the TV kind of in the background. It kind of became just the thing that was on while I was doing stuff throughout the day. And it was so nice to have those games on, just watching some footy. And I had some friends over, I had family over, and I loved just having that feeling of football on a day like that. It was so perfect. So perfect. And then I pretty much forgot about football yesterday until I saw my thing updating that I'm losing to Bobby on fantasy and getting my ass like handed to me right now. But he's also played 2 of his top players, and I have only played my kicker, and I had 1 wide receiver underperform. So yeah.
Never underestimate Dicker the kicker, though. I mean, come on, you're talking about top players. I mean,
he only had 4 points, but it's not a bad day. It's not a bad day. But I'm sitting here going, do I take out Drake London or not? Because like the coach is optimistic that he's going to play on Monday, but I'm sitting here going, motherfucker. I don't know if I want to put somebody else in.
All right. I'm gonna start this off by saying good morning, Peggy. And yes, I know you called me out on social media. I was waiting officially for today for you to be here. I did a lot of smack talking last week, and I got beat fair and square. I could sit there and moan and gripe that one of my players is a complete asshole and that the other one got injured halfway through. Fair is fair. I talked shit, and I got beat. You won, and by the looks of it, are going on to win this whole damn thing. Very, very likely anyway. It's looking very good for you, so congratulations. Thank you for humbling me, and I apologize for the smack talking. Yes.
Like Ed, I feel like Ed and Peggy's are in the same position as you're in my game. You're in my third place game, because you're looking at it and like Peggy has played her top, like a couple of her top players have played. Like Dak had an amazing game. Herbert had a good game. Like, and Aaron Jones Sr. had a great game. Like that. Like, but like Ed has yet to play a player yet. Like everybody he's playing is playing today or tomorrow. So it's going to be close in that championship. I know that. And like you and me, we're gonna duke it out till the end. I'm not going down easy.
Oh, I don't believe you are either. So I mean, I've been looking at it statistically. You should be able to edge it out, but it's going to be a tight race between the two of us on that one. Yeah, not worth celebrating yet, Peggy. We know what happens to people who celebrate a little too early when it comes to things like this. So, you know, we'll see how it all plays out. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, here. Speaking of guys who talk trash, here he comes. Bobby talking trash too fast, Munson, and not in the championship. Yes, I get it. I've apologized. I talked the trash. I got beat. I got beat fair and square, just like I'm being beaten in our selections, our picks, our NFL picks right now. We're going to get to that momentarily as well too.
Yeah.
Before we do, Andre, guess what else kicked off on Boxing Day? Not just
the World Juniors.
English Premier League. Yeah, sure did. Yeah, Canada's barely hanging in there. I mean, we opened up good, but oh my goodness, yesterday, that was a game.
Yeah, it's a little rough. The team, starting off really good on Boxing Day, but then just I don't know what's going on. Amazing opening. 7-5?
7-5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 7-5, but
which is rough because it's 7-5. It's like, ooh, we let in 5.
Yeah, we did.
I'm pulling scores right now. But we let in 5, which isn't great. I would say but the Czechs are a strong team. Right? But then that 2-1 win over Latvia
in overtime yet too. Like that's the crazy part. Like and we held them right to close to the end. Like we were holding them through the second and the third, and then they come back with that late goal. Like
yeah, Latvia, like the country that they base Latveria in MCU on.
Yeah, other nations are. Yeah, that's the thing. Other nations are putting up a good fight. Yeah, true. They have. Yes. Let's not downplay them. Let's see how well they play otherwise too.
In reality, we shouldn't be doing that bad against. Or we should be having far better performances against a team like Latvia. Like that's the thing.
Or does it beg the question that other countries are starting to finally catch up to the sport we are best known for? And that's where the efforts are coming in. They're starting to produce star players. They're starting to be able to put up a fight. And no longer are we going to see this domination of Canada in hockey. It's going to be a lot more of us having to play hard and earn it.
Yeah. Again, it's yeah. And as you're saying, like a lot of Canadians are going over the course in European teams. It's the game has really expanded and really evolved in such a strong way that you're seeing like the play style. Like you used to see a definitive European play style and a definitive like North American style. Like you would see the way Canadians and Americans played hockey versus the Europeans and the way they played hockey. It has all become one now. Like it's all one big style of hockey, and everybody has their varying degrees what they do, but you're not seeing the disparity in the game anymore. You're not seeing the true difference in the game anymore. I think a lot of your international rinks have also brought their size down too for international tournaments. They're now standard North American style. A lot of you're not seeing as many of the big as European hockey. Like their ice was actually bigger than North American ones. Like it was wider. You're seeing a lot more of the European when you're in Europe. Seeing those actually shrunk down a bit. But yeah. Please, God, oh God, don't let France in. Not France. France. All I can think of is whenever somebody brings up France is The Simpsons when Kent Brockman's trying to say some name, and then he goes, France. That's all I can think of now.
Yeah. And to STG's earlier point, and this needs to be said, that yes, a lot of Canadians are now the ones coaching some of these European teams. Like you said, that definitive style that was solely North American is now finding its way over to these European countries. And that's why we're seeing this insurgence of playing that matches the style of what we do here. So therefore you're going to have tighter games. And I got to ask you as well too. Hold on. I'm sorry. I had to say you sound smart. You know your stuff, STG. I'll give you that. We might crap talk you a lot here, but you do know your stuff.
This guy's very smart and he's an athlete at the same time. That's crazy.
I'm kidding. As opposed to some of us that just are former athletes that are old and lazy at this point.
So. Or guys that are just smart and were never athletes like me, Like
fair enough.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But I got to ask the question though: is it more entertaining as a fan to watch games that are tighter, like we did with Canada and Latvia yesterday, than to see these blowout games where you would go to it? And I remember going to the World Juniors when it was here in Saskatoon and watching games where it's like 14-0. And the experience is cool to be there, but the stadiums were far from full because there was just no intrigue in the games themselves because you knew what was going to be the outcome. Well, what are your feelings? Do you want to see Canada just ease by all these countries, or would you rather watch Canada put up a hell of a fight and really earn that championship?
Oh, 100%. I want Canada to earn the championship. I don't do I enjoy a blowout every now and again? Yes, I think everybody does. When you have a 7-5 game against the Czechs, that is crazy. That is like a lot. You get like, oh my god, because it just keeps happening, right? But I love, and then when they grind out a win against Latvia, you're like, holy crap! You're just sitting there like, oh, you're nail biting that entire game, like especially going into OT. You're sitting there on the edge of your seat, and those are the things that I feel make hockey so much better now than it kind of used to be when it used to be a dominance. It was legitimately 10 years, 10, 15 years ago. It was Russia, Sweden, Canada, U.S., and the Czechs. That's it. And then there'd be like 3 other teams in the tournament, and they would just get crushed, right? So there was competitive when you're playing in those 5, but when you're playing those other ones, they were just crushing. Like I remember, I want to say Denmark. This is years ago. I went to the World Juniors here in Edmonton. My friend of my dad's got sick, and him and his son both got sick, so they couldn't go. So they gave us their tickets for free. We were in the corner. We were in the corner, and we were like 5 rows up, dude. It was insane. And I got a picture of my dad. It's a picture I use for pretty much everything now when I post about him, in memoriam of him. And it's one of my favorite pictures of him. And we sat there, and it was so much fun to watch that game. But it was one of those ones where Canada just dominated. Denmark just ran over them, and it was exciting to watch. But if it would have been a nail biter, it would have been, I think, a little bit more exciting to watch a nail biter. But yeah,
you bet. Now I gotta not switch from this type of sport, but switch to a different version of it. Talking about the NHL, back in action yesterday. Games were played. Your Montreal Canadiens, though, back in action today. Andre, are you excited? What do you feel are the probability of them versus the Lightning? Are the Canadians going to be able to edge out a win over the Tampa Bay?
I think we're about to get shocked. I'm about to be shocked in how bad we're going to do here. No, again, we're in competition. Like we're literally tied with the Lightning right now, and it's a tough division. Like seeing the Red Wings on top, it blows my mind with how bad they've been for the last few years. But these teams are everything's kind of shuffling, and I'm absolutely loving it. Just seeing the Canadians playing at such a high level this year, I'm so happy. And then on the other side of it, watching the Edmonton kind of they're in the same position, but they've had a very weird year where they were really down the bottom, and they've really fought their way back up. This whole year in hockey's been very interesting. Like you're looking at I'm very much enjoying hockey this year. It's been a few years of me kind of being a fair weather hockey fan for the last few years, and this year I'm finally kind of it's part of it is my team being relevant again. You know what I mean? It has brought me back to watching hockey.
Yeah, Steve Yzerman has been building that Red Wings team for the last 5 years. It's not shocking now, and that's fair. I mean, if he's been putting it together and trying to recreate that magic that they once had, and it's paying off, then kudos to him for doing it the right way. I mean, 5 years, it might seem like a long play, but if it pays off and he gets to clearly, if they're going to get into the playoffs and do well in the playoffs as well too, then fantastic. I mean, you can't argue with results, and if that's what he's done in order to get the results, then fantastic work. Andre C is a fair weather sports fan with his multiple teams in every sports. Let's be real.
I only have one team in the NHL, and that's my Montreal Canadiens. Do I enjoy watching the Oilers because I live here? Yes, I live in Oilers country. I am a Habs fan, but I every now and again I go to an Oilers game and I watch them because again I live here. It's part of living here. But I'm a Habs fan through and through. That's my team, 100%.
Yep. And I mean, I've never really followed hockey very closely in terms of having a team, so to speak. But because I was born in Calgary, I always just kind of defaulted to rooting for Calgary as the way that
that's the wrong C, buddy. It's the wrong C.
You're not wrong. I mean, it's they're not good. They're not good at all. I mean, even when I've gone to see them live, it's always resulted in a loss for them. So it's just, that's where I was born. And so that's why I kind of just inexplicably, chose to be on their side, more or less.
Again, like you look at the standings right now, like we're just slightly under halfway through the season because like 41 games would make halfway. A lot of teams are anywhere from 36 games played to 39 games played right now. Like you look at like in the West, like from the Canucks to the Golden Knights in their division, this is only a 12-point difference. Like same with over in like the Central Division. Like the Avalanche are on top right now with 63 points, and you got the Blackhawks sitting in the back with 34. That division is very much like from third to fourth, it's 52 points to 30, then to 39 points for the Wild, then to the Mammoth. That division is kind of crazy, but like the Atlantic division, there's an 8-point difference from first to last. Metro is 13-point difference from first to last. So like those divisions are kind of close right now. Like they're especially my Habs in their land division. It's an 8 points difference from first to last. So like the hockey being played right now is absolutely tremendous. So and the competition right now is absolutely tremendous. So yeah.
Didn't know I was born in Calgary. We moved to Saskatoon when I was just before my second birthday. I guess that would be best way to
Somebody chose it. Your family chose to move to Saskatoon?
There was no work in Calgary at the time. The old man had no choice. Saskatoon was actually looking for people where Calgary had nothing going. And it was we lived in a trailer in the trailer park out in Calgary at the time. We had to abandon the trailer. We couldn't even sell it. Nobody wanted to buy anything in the area. We had to abandon the trailer and move to Saskatoon, where we ended up sticking around because that's where the work was, and that's where we've been ever since, including my wife and I choosing to stay here too. So yeah.
It's happening again. Saskatoon or Saskatchewan's in their boom period again. So
yeah. We got and that's where the work still is. Yes, there is work here. We are. It is weird because, like, again, I work as a sales manager in the trades, and we can't keep up. And every trade I talk to can't keep up right now. It is absolutely insane. Like you can't. I don't know. I wish the same problem was happening for everybody across the entire country, to be honest, because that would be. It's a good problem to have when the work is so incredibly high right now that that people are being successful in what they do. But
everything's so flat, so it's really easy to build when it's flat.
Yeah, well, I mean, we don't have to do a whole lot of extra. Yeah. Honestly, I wish Bring Cash would have. Yeah. But work is hard at fine. Yeah, you bet. So, But yeah, I mean, that's just a little bit about my story. Thanks for asking, SCG. I appreciate the question. Yes, Andre, anything else you wanted to mention before we start heading over to the NFL stuff?
I'm just quickly looking up, seeing if there's any news in the world of F1. There really isn't. Season's over. Championship's been done. It's pretty much a wait to see where we're going in the next season. That's pretty much what it is. Yeah. Nothing really there. I tried to figure it out, but just looking up the drivers. Just going to kind of go over it one more time for F1. So 2026 is coming. Season will start in March. Over at Alpine, you've got Pierre Gasly and Frank Colapinto. That's again same team from last year. Aston Martin's running Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll. Why the fuck Lance? I love Lance Stroll as a Canadian, but why the fuck is he still racing? Oh, because his dad owns the team. That's the only reason that man is still in F1. At Haas, at Williams, one of the best teams, one of the most surprising teams last year, Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz coming back together again. In Audi's team, you're looking at Gabriel Bortoleto and Nico Hulkenberg both coming back again together for that team. The debuting Cadillac is coming back to the grid for the first time in a long time with Sergio Perez and Valerie Bottas both making the return to F1 after both being out for a couple of years now. You have Ferrari coming back with Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. No surprise there. Hamilton was signing on a long-term deal, and they just re-signed Leclerc on a long-term deal. But that is a team that really did struggle this year. While being one of the top 4 teams, they did struggle to be really competitive this year. You have Haas coming back with Esteban Ocon and Oliver Berman. Again, a returning team from last year. McLaren, your champion Lando Norris and his teammate Oscar Piastri coming back together again. Mercedes coming back with the same team up. Kimi Antonelli and George Russell. Red Bull, their 2 teams, Racing Bulls and Red Bull Racing. This is where again the change up. You have Max Verstappen and Isaac Hadjar on the main team. Isaac Hadjar coming in to replace Yuki Tsunoda, who is now moved to the reserve driver spot. As their third driver, in case something happens, he's coming in as going to come back. And then you got Liam Lawson and the debuting Arvid Lindblad coming in for the Racing Bulls team, which is just kind of Red Bull's junior team in F1. But yeah, yes, I do. Don't get me wrong, he could leave, but I think they did. Getting rid of Horner, I think, made a huge difference for him with that for Verstappen with that team. He wasn't happy with the management, and I think he had such a great year with Red Bull, almost winning the championship this year, coming up just short. Like, was it a couple point difference? I don't know. I don't see him leaving because the team's going to rally even harder behind him going into next year with all these changes. Now, again, yeah, I agree. His dad is a problem, but I don't think I think his dad also overinflates things more than is actual true. I don't see him leaving, especially with the management changes during the season. I see him at least there a couple more years. But yeah, Verstappen, I think Red Bull would be crazy to let him go. The money they're going to offer him when he does need to re-up is going to be so insane that he'll take it. Because again, he's having a great year. So.
Oh, and in the meantime, SDG starts smack talking me about the fantasy football.
Yeah, smack talk when you're don't talk SDG. You and the rest of the viewers are not doing well.
All right. Well, you want to talk about the NFL side of things here?
Yeah, let's chat the actual sport before we chat our predictions and our fantasy.
Yeah, for sure.
Quickly go over a couple things. So this week, by the end of this weekend, Week 18 could be the most pointless week in NFL, because there's a chance that all the playoff spots are locked by the end of today or end of tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like the playoffs will be locked, and Week 18 just is like, hey, can a couple seeds switch? That's about as best you're getting. Because right now you've got the Broncos, the Patriots, and the Jaguars already locked in the AFC in the first, second, and third spot. But fourth spot is still up for grabs because you have the Bills, the Texans, and the Chargers in fifth, sixth, and seventh. Peggy going after SCT there. I love it. Those are all locked up. But right now, again, the AFC North is in flux still because if the Steelers lose and the Ravens win, then it all comes down to Week 18, right? Yep. But if the Steelers can take a win here, but the Ravens win again, I don't know if they win a tiebreaker. So it's so close. This one is so close, right? And then over on the NFC, you have the Seahawks, Bears, and Eagles already locked in for the playoffs. Again, with the fourth position still up and over because 1, 2, 3, and 4 are your division winners, right? So 5th, 6th, and 7th are 49ers, Rams, and Packers. And then again, the Panthers are in the same spot as the Steelers are right now. They get the win, they can kind of, and the Buccaneers lose. They've locked up. This one is far closer in chance of a team overtaking than the Ravens. Because again, if you look at the probabilities, if the Steelers win, I think they win by, even if the Ravens can tie them, I think they win by the tiebreakers. But again, it's so close. Where this one, everything is so close. It's so close. This one could, if Panthers win, Buccaneers lose, this is over. If Panthers lose, Buccaneers win, we're going in week 18 seeing who's taking it. If both win again, week 18 will mean something for 2 teams or possibly for 4 teams. But it's going to be a very interesting week 17 because week 18 could mean nothing or it could still mean the playoffs. And that's why I'm going to tell you all this right now. We're not picking Thursday night's games. We're not picking if there's a Saturday games, we're not picking them today. To all you viewers, I apologize, but if the schedule has not been put out yet, the schedule probably won't be out until at earliest tomorrow, possibly Tuesday. So if there's any non-Sunday games, any games before Sunday, the viewers' picks will be picked by the coin. I apologize, but that's the only way we can do it. Myself, Ed, and Bobby will put our picks in as soon as the schedule is released because everything's in flux. Week 18 is annoying. It's just how it is. It's how the NFL does. They want the most drama they can have in Week 18, and I don't know there's going to be a lot of drama in Week 18.
You bet, yeah. And good morning, Bobby Stats, joining us in the house. Thank you for joining in. Appreciate you, my brother. Yeah, so why don't we talk about the pesky point situation when it comes to our NFL prediction? We will say good morning, Zach. And Zach, just so you know, my man, I'll say good morning to you, but it's the constantly off-topic comments that are preventing you having stuff put on screen. So if you got something to say that's on topic with what we're talking about, feel free to talk about it. Otherwise, we don't have all day to put everything that comes in on
SCG. I'm not photoshopped.
Yes, photoshopped Andre. Photoshopped Andre. All right, let's find out. What are those?
Really good photographer. Dude's amazing. He can make me look good. So come on.
Let's find out what those terrible, terrible scores are from this week.
So we're gonna go over last week's scores first. I was at 140, Ed at 139, Bob at 138. We're so close, and the viewers at 127. It was so close last week. Oh boy. Bad week this week. Great week for Ed, going 15 points. Because again, all the extra games on Thursday and Saturday. Holy shit, Ed! The dude just had a week. I don't understand. Bobby only getting 8 points out of it. Myself getting 10, and the viewers picking up 9 points here. Holy crap! This week, Ed had a week. Man, I'm scared. I'm scared coming down to the end. It looks like you and me are dumping water on our head, but Bobby.
Yeah. I fumbled more times than football on Christmas Day did. But yes, I will throw some Hail Marys this week and hope on a wing and a prayer that I might have a chance of gaining back some more of these points because I need it desperately. I mean, it's Hail Mary time. What else can I do? That's all I have left, kind of thing. So yeah, he did. Yes,
he showed the video last week.
Yes. If he hasn't seen it though, so if you care to see it, here we go. We can play it one more time.
All set?
Yeah.
Turn it off.
There you go. There you have it. He wanted to wait till it was was at least kind of on par in terms of the cold situation because he knew how cold it was for both Andre myself. So yes, Ed did make do on last year's predictions here. So now for today's predictions, let's get on down to it. Starting with game number 1, we have the Cardinals taking on the Bengals. This is one of the few that Ed and I have to agree on, and we both went Bengals.
No Cardinals.
You're going Cardinals?
Gotta do last couple games saying yes to my team.
All right.
I got to. Oh, the Bengals. The Bengals.
He got it in there.
You can do the Bemga. We got the Bemgas in here. Oh, it's all Bengals today, baby. It's all Bengals today.
Bengals. I mean, we could see good there. There's still a couple more in the chat if you want to make a pick. We're not gonna drag on too long. Call it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll say Bengals. It is. And yeah, well, Zach just got in there with the Bengals. So yeah, Bengals it is across the board. Bengals. And Bobby said it too. All right, there we go. All four. I'm
out on a limb all on my own.
You are, but you need to gain points as well too. So might as well. Now my kitty's gonna go get sick on us while we're doing the picks. He's so disgusted by your choice with the Cardinals here that the kitty is going to have a little bit of a stomach problem. Yeah, he does that. It's like his warning signal that he's about to make a mess on the floor. But moving on from there, we got the Steelers taking on the Browns. I am going to take the Browns. Ed's picked the Steelers.
I don't want to pick with Ed. Yeah, Steelers, because again, they're in a must-win. They need to win this week. They're going to be pushing for a win, and I think they're playing them. They're playing Cleveland this week too. I think they're playing Cleveland this week.
So we've got Steelers, Browns.
Yeah, it's Steelers. Yeah.
Okay, Steelers it is.
It's a must-win scenario for them. So I'm going to go Steelers. They're going to be playing at their top level.
All right, and the viewers are going to end up picking the Steelers because 3 for Steelers and 1 for the Browns. STG has been outvoted. All right, third game. We've got
Titans. There, STG.
In the next game, we've got the Titans taking on Fuck the Saints. I chose the Titans. Ed picked Fuck the Saints.
Ooh, I actually don't know what I want to do here.
I know. I didn't overly want to pick the Titans that badly, but fuck the Saints still. So I picked the Titans.
This is tough because both teams suck. I'm gonna go Saints.
Okay.
I'm not gonna fuck them this week. No, screw it. Go Titans. I don't want to pick with Ed.
All right.
I got to pick against Ed because I need to get past him.
We need to pick up points. So what we got in the chat here, we've got 2 for the Titans, 1 for the Saints, 3 for the Titans, 3 for the Titans. So
remember the Titans. That's a great movie. I just watched that a while back. It still holds up to this day. Still holds up.
All right, next match we got the Jags taking on the Colts. This one, Ed and I both went Jags.
I'm gonna go Colts. Phillip Rivers has been playing better than expected. I think I'm screwed. I think I'm screwed after this week, but Bobby Stats with me though.
Yeah. Yeah, one in the chat with you. Oh, you got Zach with you too. Jags from STG.
Jags, I want to flip a coin.
Peggy going Colts, or are we going to have to flip? If Peggy goes Jags, then we're definitely going to the coin. Nope, Colts it is.
STG out on a limb all by himself again.
Just can't catch a break. Poor man.
I feel for you, brother. I feel for you.
Next up, we got the Buccaneers are taking on the Dolphins. I'm going to go Dolphins. Ed is gone with the Bucks.
It's a stinky game. It's a very stinky game. 6-9 versus 7. I'm going with Ed on this one. I'm going Bucks.
All right. Chat, we've
having
got
a breakdown in the chat.
oh STG, man. There's no love for the Twitch side. It's all Dolphins here from the YouTube side of things.
I'm so sorry, SCG. 3-1 again.
I mean, yeah, you need next year. Well, just wait. That season's right around the corner in a year's time, or less than a year, I guess. Next, we got the Patriots are taking on the Jets. Ed has picked the Patriots. I picked the Jets.
I'm gonna pick with that again. Patriots.
Yeah, don't blame you, but
Ed picked all the smart picks. He's taking all the smart picks to keep himself ahead of us now. That's what it is.
Yep. All right, and in the oh my god, STG, you poor bastard. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but seriously, dude, look at this.
Dude, you gotta stop picking first, bro. You gotta stop putting your picking first. Maybe you won't get screwed.
But the funny part is the coincidence of this is they're not seeing it. This is two different platforms. You're talking YouTube and Twitch, so they're not seeing what STG is putting in there regardless. So there's just this unison over on the YouTube side of things.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
Sorry, dude. Seahawks and the Panthers. Ed and I both went Seahawks.
I'm gonna go Panthers, mainly because the Panthers are playing for their lives this week. They're playing for that playoff spot so hard. Where the Seahawks are number one. They're locked in, but the Panthers are playing for something here. Oh! It's Seattle, baby. SGG, you finally got a pick, bro.
You got some love from the chat here, my friend. Your
right now they're
getting the love.
Okay, they're locked in as a playoff. They're locked in for their position in the playoff. I get it. I know, but just saying. So they could technically take fifth, but
yeah,
I know
they're chasing the number one seed, as STG mentioned.
Yeah, but again, they're locked into a playoff spot where the Panther. I just think the Panthers are going to be doing everything today to lock up a playoff spot.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. All right, Giants taking on the Raiders. Ed picked the Giants. I've taken the Raiders.
Who wants to watch this game?
Nobody.
Like, I don't even think Giants or Raiders fans want to.
No,
wow,
dumpster fire.
This is a complete crapshoot of a pick because you have the 2-13 Giants against the 2-13 Raiders. Yeah, I'm gonna go Giants just because the Raiders are tanking. They just sent their. Oh no! Oh, dude.
Oh, that means they're.
Oh, second team is Raiders. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, SCG. You got to vote 3-1 again. Yeah, because didn't they just put somebody on IR who's not hurt? And he, literally, they showed a video of him in his house playing basketball with his kid, and he's fine. Yet he's on IR, and he's pissed off about it. Crosby. That's Max Crosby. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, this team is going after their one pick.
So you just want nobody on this one then? Who are you picking, Andre?
Giants. I said Giants earlier.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I said Giants.
Okay, sorry.
Because the Giants, because being the Raiders are tanking, I think the Giants are winning this. Oh, I feel like you will. But will they give it to him? That's the question.
Very good question. Next up, we got the Bills taking on the Eagles. I have taken the Bills. Ed has taken the Eagles.
Can I pick the Bleagles? Like both teams? Can I pick both?
You could, but you get 0 points then.
Okay, who took what? I'm just.
Oh, you're wanting to go opposite Ed. If you go opposite Ed, you're taking the Bills. If you're going with Ed, you're taking the Eagles.
I'll go Bills.
Okay.
I feel like Josh needs a win here. I think Josh, and again, They won last week, but he had a bad fantasy point league. Yeah, of course she picks the Eagles. Of course.
But we've only got 2 votes in so far. And it's tied. Give it a few more seconds, otherwise we will go to the coin flip.
Oh.
I'm going to call it in 3, 2, 1. We're going to the coin. Go to the coin.
Woo, first coin of the day, ladies and gentlemen. It is here. The coin.
Heads is Bills. Tails is Eagles.
Yep.
And it's heads. STG gets the coin.
Sorry, Peggy. I know it's your team, but
all right. Last Sunday game that we've got here, it's the Bears taking on the 49ers. Ed and I have both gone 49ers.
We'll go Bears. Bears are they are killing it this year, man. Killing it. Papa Smokes.
Yo, Papa Smokes. How you doing, brother? Thanks for joining in. And
oh my God. Give me the countdown. It's there, Bobby, because I think we're going again.
Yeah, we got 49ers. Okay, so should we just go to the coin here for the Bears and the 49ers in 3, 2, 1? Let's do it. All right, so it's
heads SCG, tails Peggy, the same as last time.
Yeah. And it's heads once again.
He pulled it out.
So the Bears are going in there for the viewers.
Let's go Bears. Go Bears.
All right, the last game that we have scheduled for now, it's going to be the one for the 29th, which is tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Rams, the Falcons. Ed and I have both taken the Rams.
That's a choice. Give me a sec. I got to look at something here. Because the Falcons suck. But yeah, so I'm going Rams. No point in throwing a point away here. I'm gonna go Rams. Oh, as Peggy dropped, Peggy hasn't picked the Rams or the Falcons yet. Oh, it's Rams and Rams. They come together at the end.
In full unison, going for that point. It's the Rams for the viewers. So yeah, that's really what we've got scheduled for now, Andre, until the rest of the schedule comes out. Like you said, we can result to the coin for the other selections. The only other way I could think of doing it while we were discussing this was if we were to put out a viewer poll online. Would be the only other way we could do it, but we need to make sure people get in on that vote. So maybe the coin has been so fucking awesome. Let's just stick to the coin.
Yeah, we'll use the coin for any Thursday or Saturday games upcoming this week because the schedule is not out. I'm sorry. It will be the coin to decide, and then we'll be back next Sunday for you to make your final Week 18 picks. And the championship will be decided next week unless we decide to go, hey, let's add in the playoffs. We can't do that because it doesn't work that way anymore. Because we just never know. So, yeah, the championship will be decided next week.
Yeah, we will finally get to the end of this prediction side of things, and I think we won't be doing playoffs. We'll be talking about them here on the show, granted, but we won't be doing playoff predictions by any means. STG, this will be the 18th or week 18 will be the final week of predictions properly here when we decide who is the victor of this season and who's going to have to face the dreaded ice bucket challenge again. I'm pretty sure I am one of them. Even though I had a great start to the season, I am going to be going out there in the bitter cold of Saskatchewan to do another cold bucket of ice water over my head.
I got a question for you. So I walked out of my house yesterday to shovel, and I had snow drifts about 2 to 3 feet high in portions of it. How's the snow going for you right now, my friend?
Yeah, well, I got to get out there and shovel because it kept snowing all day yesterday too. The only day it hasn't snowed in probably the last several was Christmas Day. And
Yeah,
we had
Same here.
maybe a little trickle on Christmas Day. That was about it. But other than that, we had a downpouring on Boxing Day, a downpouring yesterday that basically ended last night around just before midnight. Yes, happy Sunday to you as well too, Bobby. So it just didn't stop. So I do have to, now that it's better or stopped, at least got to get out there and do the shoveling. The worst part is now the temperature dropped. So we were sitting decent temperature yesterday, but a lot of snow coming down. And now the temperatures dropped to the point where I think it feels like minus 34 out there. So I really have to bundle up heavily. And then yet tomorrow we're supposed to get to -1.
So
it's ridiculous.
Here it's been just cold for the last week, and we got a dump of snow on Christmas Eve. We got a dump of snow on Boxing Day, which was weird because it was snowing throughout the day, which made the driving for me going into the city to go to RCW pretty shitty, but it wasn't horrible, right?
Yeah.
And then I get home and the snow's built up, but I was like, okay, it's not bad. And then I get up to go outside in the afternoon to snow, and it had the wind started. It must have been howling all night, creating these crazy drifts. So I ended up shoveling my pathway from my front door to my garage. I shoveled my steps down to my sidewalk. I shoveled my driveway. That took forever. Then as I'm starting to shovel my sidewalk, my neighbor comes along with his snowblower and just tells me to get out of the way. So I was like, oh, thank you, God. I didn't have to do my sidewalk on top of it all.
Yeah. It gets a little rough, but we're Canadians. We'll get through it as we always do, because that's just the nature of living where we live.
Legit, I don't think we got this much snow in the entirety of last year.
Oh, wow.
This amount of snow we have right now. Too. We've already put up, I think, yesterday, over the last couple days was over 20 centimeters, and then the Christmas Day one was about 20 to 25.
Yeah.
So, or the Christmas Eve one. So, holy shit. And then we've had a couple other big dumps here. So I'm just like, this is insanity.
Yeah, it's been a crazy year for it. I know, the last couple of years, we've had some individual days that brought heavy snow, and quite a lot of it too, to the point where we were snowed in.
But they were farther apart though.
Yeah, this year it's been consistent, at least a couple of 2 to 3 a week, where it's to the point where you could get snowed in. It's a lot of snow, but that's neither here or there. I'm already getting cold thinking about how I have to get out there here right away. So, Andre, before I have to go do that, why don't you tell the wonderful people where they can reach out to you, what you got coming up?
Oh, yeah. You can find me on Twitter and something else. X and Blue Sky at That Canada Guy. Instagram and Threads at That Canada Dude. You can find me over on Backbreaker Video, where I'll be doing, I'm right after we're done here, I'm going to record an episode of the Pop Swap with my boy AWS as we talk about Friday night's RCW show, the final show in Edmonton of 2025. I got to ring announce that one, and it was a great time. I almost got attacked twice. And I actually had to pull Gussie off of Fugazi. I had to and then he threatened to punch me, and I said, I'll punch you back, because that greasy bastard. Yeah, but it was a great night of wrestling. We'll chat about it over on the Pasta. That'll be coming out tomorrow morning on Backbreaker Videos. So check that out over there. I will be back next week with more point of view, and I know we have some plans for Marvel Talk. It was supposed to happen at the end of this year, but we'll probably try to knock it out as one of the first things this year, because I know we have Wonder Man starting in a couple weeks. So that's coming. We're going to be in our 2026 preview about everything that's coming from Marvel this year. So lots of great content coming out from over the Marvel Talk side over here on OLE. And yeah, I'll see you guys again next Sunday as I hopefully have caught up to Ed, and I'm duking it out with him for that over who has to wear the bucket.
Let's find out in a week's time on that. As for myself, Bobby Munson, down below is where you're going to reach me at my credentials over to X, Instagram, Threads, as well as Twitch and Blue Sky. For what I got coming up, you can join myself at Papa Smokes back in a live capacity this Thursday. Hopefully you caught it. We gave you a pre-recorded MLW review over on Christmas Day. But yes, January the 1st, the first day of the new year, Papa Smokes and I are back in live capacity, Ring Respect Radio. Check your clocks at 8 p.m. Eastern time to join us. to talk about the year that was 2025. We're going to be talking about our favorite moments from 2025, our favorite indie promotions, as well as some of our favorite matches. Join us for that discussion live this Thursday night, and back here, Point of View, next Sunday with Andre, possibly Ed, to do our final week of NFL predictions and talk your week in sports. You can also catch myself and Papa Smokes every Saturday on the Prairie Pro Wrestling YouTube channel as your commentary team, bringing you a new match. The one that just dropped yesterday is the singles debut, in-ring debut of PPW Academy graduate Chris Nasty taking on Wrestling Smartest Man, Bucky McGraw. Go check it out. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe over there. And if we brought you any form of entertainment here today, make sure to go and check us out on all social media for OLE Podcasts, as well as YouTube and Twitch, where we appreciate if you take a moment to go ahead, subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, click the notification bell, and if you're watching on replay, leave us a comment in the comment section below. What was your NFL picks for this week? What were some of your favorite moments in sports, and what would you like to hear from us next Sunday on the show? That's it for myself and Andre. We appreciate everybody who joined us live. STG, Bobby, Zach, Papa Smokes, and Peggy. Thank you for being here in a live capacity. We appreciate you. Take care. Have a happy Sunday, everybody.